We asked what we could do for our country. We went out. We did it. With all due respect, it's time to start asking what your country can do for you.
If I had told you that ad ran in a Massachusetts Democratic primary, a candidate taking the words of John F. Kennedy and completely inverting them to try to defeat a Kennedy, for generations now, that would have been an absolutely politically suicidal move. And yet tonight, look at this. Ed Markey, who ran that ad, who took JFK's words, who said, no, it's the opposite. He has defeated a Kennedy in Massachusetts. This is official. The AP has called this. Joe Kennedy has called Ed Markey to concede. Ed Markey, incumbent senator who was challenged by Joe Kennedy. Ed Markey has held off that challenge. He's won. He's won comfortably tonight. What happened here in Massachusetts? Remember, at the start of this campaign, about a year ago here, Joe Kennedy said he was running. He was going to try to defeat Ed Markey. Kennedy went into this the big favorite. A Kennedy in Massachusetts basically, before now, entered every race as a favorite. Well, Ed Markey did a couple of things that resulted in this tonight. And as we look at the results across Massachusetts, we see it. Number one, Ed Markey aligned himself very, very strongly, very, very forcefully with the Green New Deal, with climate change efforts. He got an endorsement from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And the result from that and from moves like that, Ed Markey, one thing you see when you look at the map in Massachusetts tonight, he is cleaning up in college towns. He is cleaning up in places where there are young voters. You know, since JFK launched his political career, the PT 109 boat hero after World War II, JFK was undefeated in Massachusetts Democratic primaries. So was Ted. So was Joe Kennedy II. Coming into tonight, so was Joe Kennedy III. I mean, this is a dynasty. 26 wins spanning generations of Massachusetts Democratic politics. Not a single loss in one of those Massachusetts Democratic primaries until tonight. And it's Joe Kennedy III. You can update it. You can see it. That's the first loss. It's the first ever loss in a Democratic primary for a Kennedy in Massachusetts. From a historic standpoint, it's a big deal. A Kennedy just lost in Massachusetts. Some people thought they'd never see that.